I'll welcome our first speaker for the program today. Puede, San Fernando Valley-based campaign, People United to End Displacement and Economic Crisis. Welcome, Howie and R.
Hello, I'm Howie from People's Struggle, San Fernando Valley.
Hi everyone, my name is R and I'm from Migrante San Fernando Valley.
We are representing the Puede, a campaign that stands for the People United to End Displacement and Economic Crisis in the San Fernando Valley. Puede strives to represent the interests of our migrant communities from Latin America to the Philippines and more, and raising it to the need to fight against the roots of poverty and displacement and empower each other to create genuine change. The San Fernando Valley is a heavily diverse migrant community where people come from all over the world and migrate here with the hopes of finding economic opportunity. Many migrants are displaced from their homelands because of economic instability, government corruption, and repression and war.
These are the motivating factors that force so many migrant communities to seek jobs and livelihoods overseas and beyond borders. However, what begins as displacement from our homelands turns into a never-ending cycle of displacement, where migrants come to places like the Valley, but have to keep migrating elsewhere because of rising costs of living paired with stagnant wages. Migrants in our communities take up underappreciated service jobs in grocery stores or caregiving, where workers face conditions like inadequate equipment, sexual harassment, job instability, and violence in the workplace. Even for myself, my own family were victims of an anti-Asian hate crime where they were verbally harassed and physically assaulted. My mother was strangled by the neck, and my father got his ribs broken in this racist attack. In another neighborhood, a youth named Alex was murdered by police. And now, his family cannot afford to grieve because they are faced with economic uncertainty, since their son was also a provider of food and income. Our migrant community is forced to accept the lowest wages, unsafe and illegal working conditions, and injustices not limited to the workplace, but in our everyday lives. We face economic disparities, racism, police brutality, and never-ending attacks to our rights as humans.
During this election cycle, we continue to witness Trump's anti-immigrant ideology. During his victory speech, repeatedly blaming migrants, claiming, "We are going to help heal our country. Our country needs help very badly. We are going to fix the borders." Except, how can our country supposedly heal if the economic backbone of society and the strongest group is the migrant labor working class? It is hypocritical for the U.S. to claim it needs to heal when the U.S. is complicit in the harm and displacement of people all over the world. It's true our country needs to be healed, but the enemies aren't the migrants. Those are our allies. The people who need to be held accountable are the multinational corporations being bought out by our government tax dollars, or the politicians profiting from war and genocide, all while our basic needs of the people are not being met.
And so we continue to fight on. We are working towards uniting migrant and displaced people, to find shared struggle amongst each other and the hope to fight. And we have! We began with street cleanups at the start of our campaign. And through community integration, education, and mobilization, we understood more and more the need to organize for our rights and calling for resources to be invested back in our communities. In a war-torn world, we called out the U.S.'s complicity in militarizing our communities and backing war by confronting racist police in Pacoima and weapons manufacturers like Northrop Grumman and Northridge. that displace and exploit our communities here and in our homelands. We must continue to find solutions to the struggles in our communities. It's not about which presidential candidate wins, but the issues that everyday people like us need to solve together.
So together, let's guard against fear, despair, divisiveness, and focus on finding unity and solidarity amongst each other. We must unite, build up our base, unite on issues, and uplift them to the need to organize locally and internationally. In the face of
an raging election, know that there are other ways to fight for change far beyond the ballot box.
And if you're in the San Fernando Valley and you believe in Puede's mission to fight against poverty and displacement, then join us or any of our member organizations.
And if you are not in the SFV, then join an organization. Look around you. There are so many who are represented here today. Find one. Get organized. Because it's up to us to protect and empower each other.
The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. El pueblo unido. Jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido. Jamás será vencido. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Howie and R from Puede for sharing that. This is one of the reasons why it is so important that we are out here today, because we cannot believe in the false promises of these politicians that they will end the violence against us when they are responsible for scapegoating us. And they are the ones that are a part of the state that is neglecting and abandoning us. Migrante, Nambayan! Ngayon ay lumalaban. The people united will never be defeated.